Hello YouTube. By now I'm sure everyone's heard that Sargon was booted off Patreon. Sargon was of course not the only one. James Allsup and Milo were also banned. A lot of people have been asking, what does this mean for the anti-progressive movement at large, and what they can do to support the content creators affected? And a lot of answers have already been given. What it means for us is that the need for alt tech is even more pressing than ever. We need platforms that aren't going to ban us for speaking out against the established left-wing orthodoxy, and what we can do about it is to support platforms like Gab, BitChute, and Subscribestar. Many content creators have already started moving from Patreon to Subscribestar. For myself, I'll be moving off Patreon soon, and I'm only delaying because I want to see what the Patreon alternative Gab is working on is. Once we actually know what that is, I'll make a choice between Gab and Subscribestar. However, I want to address another angle of this that I don't think has been talked about enough. The Distributist, in his latest video, talked about the importance of narrative building, and how progressive YouTubers often get stronger support than us, populist YouTubers, because they have a more compelling narrative. He pointed out that progressive YouTubers always have a story, speaking truth to power, standing up for minorities, etc. These stories may not be true, but they are compelling. Sargon, Allsup, and Milo don't really have the same thing. I think there's a lot of truth to this, which is why I'd like to talk about what really made Sargon and Allsup stand out from other YouTubers for me. The two of them, with the Liberalist project and with Allsup's running for office, actually did stuff offline. For them, fighting the left isn't just an intellectual exercise done with response videos, but something that requires us to get offline and create IRL action-oriented communities, which are the necessary siege works for any possible assault on the cathedral. I agreed with Sargon on very little policy-wise, and with Allsup even less, obviously, but I found the two of them more compelling than other YouTubers precisely for that reason. They got out there and did stuff. And I think that might be why they were targeted more than other YouTubers were. Which leads me into one other way that you can support the movement against progressive censorship. Find ways in your life that you can commit IRL to the anti-progressive coalition. One way you can do that is if you live in the DC area, is by coming to our first Clear Trads Liberalist meetup on January 6th. Clear Trads is a loosely organized community of religious traditionalists, and the Liberalists are a non-profit organization dedicated to preserving classical liberal freedoms. At this meetup, we intend to hash out topics like narrative and coalition building, translating internet activism into IRL activism, and the role of collective action in individualistic politics. As YouTubers like Endeavor have said, opposing the progressive left is going to take a grand coalition of dissident groups, and this meetup is going to help set the stage to get the groundwork going for building that coalition. If you want to be part of building that groundwork, showing up is how you get involved. As the kids say, service guarantees citizenship. A lot of the details are still being hashed out, but I'll put the information I have right now in the description, and feel free to comment and DM me on Twitter to let me know you are going. I'll make another video when I have more information about it. Until then, go with God.